Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. It's Janet and we're here at Through the Vine Art Studio. I appreciate you being here with me. I'm going to do a little thing called horsing around today on a canvas, and I'm going to use some acrylic paints. I've already got my silhouette drawn on here on exactly of what I'm going to do, but I'm going to start off with making a background. So to start with, I'm going to use some red. Pull that off of there. I'm going to get me out some of this cherry cobbler, a little bit of orange, and then I need a little bit of a yellow, maybe a golden would be better. None of those are open. Where's the open one? Here we go. King's Gold. Okay. Got that all over the place. That's all right. If you don't get the paint, are you really painting if you aren't getting it on you and making a mess? I know for me it's required. Okay, so I'm just going to take a cheap chip brush here. Just a cheap chip brush. And I'm going to start off with getting some of this red. And I'm going to start at the top, and I'm just going to start bringing this in here. Because I want it to be rather dark at the top. With this brighter red color. Touch into my water, and I'm going to get some orange. And I'm just going to move it right along with the red here, blending them together. Gonna get me a little more of this orange. And then I'm going to start moving in towards that yellow, this gold that we've got here. I'm going to bring it up into the orange so that they blend together real pretty. And a little bit up into the red. It's not going to hurt it. All the way on down. Using that pretty gold color. That was King's Gold that I used. Cherry Cobbler was my red. And the orange is pumpkin orange. So if you're curious about the colors that I'm using, those are the three colors that I am using on this. And then we'll be using some black. Well, actually, I'm not going to use black. I am going to use pavement. Now, I'm going to take just a little bit of the gold itself. Let me zoom you in a little bit. I am going to take some of the gold here, and I'm just going to kind of bring it in some spots, just dragging it, maybe over here a little bit, just dragging some gold into it. Not really making clouds, just adding the color into the upper area of my sky. Okay, now you can kind of see how that blended that sky out for us there. The only other thing I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to use some pavement. It's called, it's apple barrel. I'm using pavement. I just use craft paints for most of the stuff that I do. Now, if I'm making something for you on commission, I don't generally use these. But they work perfectly fine for a lot of the painting that I do. I'm going to get out quite a bit of that there. And then I'm going to put this brush, I'm just going to sit it in the water for now. And I'm going to get me a little flat brush here. You've got some wild hair sticking out on you. Maybe I can just fix that. There we go. And I'm going to get into the pavement. And I'm just going to fill in my silhouettes. I've got a mama and her baby here. Get her little eye socket right in there. Just using this pavement color to fill this in. She's got her mane coming back over here. Not real crazy about how this brush is looking. It's like leaving scratchy looks. Let me try a different one. How about you? See if you look a little smoother. Yes, much smoother. There. Much better. Give her hair a little bit of movement to it right here. That's Mama's beautiful mane. Sometimes it's hard for me to see with, I've got lots of light in here and they're all kind of aiming down and it's hard for me to see how the brush stroke actually looks. Just gonna kind of bring that down into here. Bring that right up around through here. And I also, why do I basically put everything on my canvas beforehand? Because I do paint upside down for you guys. And can I draw a horse? Sure, I can draw a horse. But it's a little harder for me to do it upside down with a paintbrush in my hand. So I kind of prepare my canvases beforehand to spend less time here as we're together painting, because I know that your time is valuable and limited. You have lots of things to do besides spend the whole day watching Janet draw something out and then paint it. I'm going to turn this just a little bit so I can get around the rear area where her tail's coming down right here. Okay. Make sure I'm keeping it within your eyesight there as well. Now this back leg has a curve to it right there. And then comes down. About right there. And we've got this other front leg here. Kind of got a little bony knee. Okay, now we've got Mama. Now we're going to work on Junior. Her baby mare. Mama's mare. Mama's little mare. I'm going to turn him this way. Bring it right around like this. Little curve in his back. this way. Get his little jawline here. I'm using the edge of my brush to do this. I gotta get his little ears here. Not too high. We ain't making a mule. We're making a horsey. There we go. That looks pretty good to me. Let me get a little more pavement color here. It's got a little leg coming here and a little leg coming down right here. This one comes over just a little further and across. Yes, I know that's looking a little thick right there, but that's okay. We aren't done with this bottom part. Bring that down right there like this. Turn it this way a little bit. He's got a little wispy tail coming down too. Get his back here, his hind area fixed up here. Needs a little more right in here. There we go. That's looking pretty good. I know from where you're at, it's looking a little different, but that's okay. We're still going. What we're going to do next is we're going to get this chip brush back out. Wipe it off some. I'm not too concerned about the colors in it. Put this brush down for the moment. And I'm going to take my chip brush and I'm going to get some of that pavement. And then we're going to make grass down here by just tapping this chip brush. Can make some longer pieces kind of sticking up. Not too wild though, because you want to keep your horse's legs most of it up out of the grass. About like that. Now see how it kind of gives a real nice grassy look under their feet. And you can even make that a little more by just taking this and pulling it up a little bit. And that'll give you some longer grasses in the background. Because, you know, there ain't nobody out there cutting that. And then we're going to keep working with this, using this chip brush. We're going to bring it on over this way. Bring it up some. Using the brush itself, we're just going to bring it right up the top here like this. And doing kind of the same thing right here, we're going to tap some of it right along through here, because we want this to have a darkened top. And you can see that it's making the leaves. You can leave some of the red showing through. Then we're going to go back to the flat brush. And we're just going to take the tree. Oop, it's got a hair on it. some branches coming out. Thicker coming off of the tree and thinning as it goes up. Make some little spindly pieces coming off of it. I'm going to fill in this portion of the tree here. Branch right there. Make it go across the other one. Make it go right in front of it. Just like that. Just bring it over. Fatter where it connects to the tree. Let's give the tree another wild looking branch there. One here. Other pieces coming off of there. Then you can take this and get me a little more of that dark black on it and just kind of tap it right in here. And there you have it. Now we've got a tree coming up the side. We've got the two beautiful horses out in the grass. Let me just make this a little smoother right here. Bring the tree over a little bit more. Maybe he's just got a broken stump sticking out right there like that. Well, once there was, and now there's not. Just giving him another branch on there. And I think that that's really about all we've got to do to it. I think it's done, guys. I'm going to put my initials on it and call it a tree. Horsing around. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.